Because those Lings nibbling away on the pylon right now. The Adepts are actually across the map. Does pick off the Oracle, trying to make the fourth. Yeah, MaxPax being quite aggressive here.
Yeah, the Lings coming down now. He can't get much done. The Adepts actually get in and they start to get the kills. You know, most of this, of a game like this is really about just trying to deflect and deny those drones getting killed. 6 is massive. He's going to go almost all the way up to 8. He gets to 7 here. That's a lot of worker kills, man. You've already paid for the Adepts and more with that.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's just 2 Adepts. Like, you don't expect 2 Adepts to walk in and kill 8 of Rogue's drones. Like, his defense is so good usually. So maybe not the early game he's looking for. We do see the +1 melee on the way, as well as a Baneling nest here. So that's going to open up some aggressive potential. These Lings are trying to scout the Pro's third base. You want to know if they're taking their 5th and 6th gases, which can indicate they're taking up to Storm. Or if they don't have them, you want to check their units. Are they making Adept, Stalkers? We can see it all on the production tab, obviously. But for the Zerg, you're kind of in the dark for a little bit here, and you're just trying to glean whatever information you can.
Yeah, it's just been non-stop Lings. And the crescendo is going to be when the Baneling's nest finishes, and he's going to make a lot of Banes here. Sometimes when you play Zerg, like, if you just lose enough drones early on, you're kind of like, I'm actually just going to try to all in here. I don't know if this is the case here now.
Yeah, I think it is. I thought he was just scouting, but he's only on 40 workers here. He is just completely cut workers. It's going to be a +1 melee kind of timing here with the Lings and Banes.
Yeah, and you know, he was showing a couple Lings over there in the front, maybe to try to sell this as like, oh, I'm just going to try to counterattack you. He's got Banelings, I think 4 on both sides. He's going to do a little bit of a Timmy 2 screens here. And he's going to come in and hit. Good reactions here by MaxPax's, who is still going to lose some probes. He's going to try to send this all the way over here to the entrance. He's going to try to pop that.
Can they open the door here, Tasus? The Bailers don't quite get the connections they're looking for. Some Stalkers still remain blocking the wall, and here come the Oracles. The third is completely ransacked, but MaxPax just needs to hold here. He's on 60 workers right now. You can afford these losses.
Yeah, and the Stalker counterattack is kind of unexpected, right? I mean, normally you see that used to defend here. These are all the way out on the map. They can't really do a whole lot. They can be recalled, but not before the Nexus is destroyed. But the reality is like, the Wallen's still there for MaxPax. He's got 61 workers, so he lost some workers in that process. By the way, there's more Lings coming in Burrow.
Wow.
I guess the idea is if he can break the Cybernetics core and get in the main, like, Burrow's just annoying.
Yeah, it's very difficult to deal with. And you don't have, observers or anything to see that right now. You do have the Oracles. Killing the third base was huge. Rogue trying to get some more damage done, and he's going back into drones now.
Yeah, I mean, it's painful, right? You know, going back into drones after an attack like that, I guess it's the only thing you can do, right? Other than trying to double down and maybe lose the game even more quickly. But, like, this is where it's pretty comfortable for MaxPax. Like, a lot of what he needed to do in this game, he's pulled off. He survived the mass Ling counterattack. He killed those drones early on, which I think was, basically the butterfly effect moment that caused all this that we brought to us here. And now with the counterpunch, he's going to deny that 5th hatchery. The Lings are going to try to counterattack, and there is, oh my god, barely a wall in time here. Can he block that?
The shield battery's frantically trying to heal this Cybercore's shields, trying to keep it up. It looks like it might just stay alive, but more Lings come into the third. Here are the Oracles, though, with that cannon. Rogue is somehow MaxPax somehow defending here. I can't believe he held the first wave with his Stalkers on the other side of the map. I thought that was going to be him in hot water for a minute there.
You know, it's funny because when the Stalkers were out there, I didn't actually see them moving on the map. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, he should have more stuff, right? Like, I mean, he looks like he's going to hold this, but yeah, of course, he's got the Stalkers moving out on the map. Now, you got to be careful with as MaxPax here. It's, Stalkers are not great against Lings, but if you have like Archons with them, as long as you control and angle things right, you can do pretty well. So I think he can basically commit to this attack up here.
Yeah, he's going to push through these Archons and Stalkers down the left side of the map where there is very little creep. Rogue now just still trying to establish his 4th base at 9 minutes. We'll be able to get a cancel here. That's very nice. Lings pop back into the 3rd base, but there's already Zealots waiting for them. The Archon will morph. I think he'll hold on there. This base going to go down for Rogue. MaxPax is putting the pressure back on Rogue here, saying, no, I'm not going to let you drone to AD, do whatever you want. This is my time to be aggressive.
Yeah, the Lings are going to come up now. They are hitting. And, I just feel like there might be enough Archons that he can kind of deal with this, but the Archons need to be covering the Zealots and the Stalkers, and they're getting fragmented. And crazily enough, I think the Lings might be able to take out that final Archon, and from there you just need to get a few more Lings out. Well, hold on a second. Does he just barely have enough of like these tier 1 units? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it just kind of spirals
Crazy.
out of control. The Archons are so amazing against Lings with the splash damage, obviously. And I'm not sure if Rogue planned on this attack from the beginning, or if he just, like you say, oh, I've lost 8 drones, I'm just going to send it. But MaxPax was able to lose his third, have his Stalkers across the map, and still hold that.
My experience at times is